Hey everyone, Miss Wilkins here. Okay, we're going to look at this Smells Like Teen Spirit cello part. This is an awesome cello part. It's really good. Can we all say the word chromaticism? Chromatics, that's what this piece is all about, that Kurt Cobain wrote. And it really is interesting how it moves by half steps. So if you really think about your fingers on the fingerboard just creeping and crawling, that's sort of the feeling that he wants to give with this Smells Like Teen Spirit. Little funky, little creepy in the sense that it's sort of mealy and moving around. So that's how your left hand's going to feel. There's a couple of interesting rhythms, but it could be pretty well taken care of if you just listen to the recording, play along. You'll catch on quick. But let's just talk about how we're going to finger this. I would suggest you have a finger chart close by because I'm going to be talking about half steps across the instrument, okay? So if you just play this one little exercise, if you put your third finger on your red tape, this is F, okay? So your third finger is now where your fourth finger is if you don't have tapes, okay? And we're just going to play these two half steps. And then I'm going to put my second finger right behind my third finger on my G string. That's a little motive that Kurt is using here in his melody. And I would just play around with that. So I'm playing one finger right after each other, but two fingers on the G string and two fingers on the C string. And I've got my first finger there landing on, that should be landing on B. Hold on, let me make sure. So here's F, and then this is B and B flat. Okay, so if you've got that in your head, you're going to take a look at this first line. You're going to put your third finger on the red tape, put your fourth finger right next to that. There's F sharp. Now, if you notice, the very next note is that second finger right behind it, B natural. And then I just drop my first finger right behind it and shift down. Okay, so let's play that in rhythm. Open D, then I'm going to shift. Always shift while you're playing that open string. So if we put the metronome on, we're going to make sure it's nice and crisp and move it along. Okay, now if you stay there, you're going along, you're chugging along, right? So that measure 9 is the same notes, just in a different rhythm. Okay, so forth. All right, now I've noted that you play that little riff right there 6 times, so you don't really have to count if you're just sort of watching how I've barred off the measure numbers there. Okay, now when you get to measure 21, here's where it's a little tricky. You can think about this 2 ways. You can think about it from the bottom, that you're going to play a homey 2 pattern on F sharp, so F sharp, G sharp, A. Or you could think about it from the top down and think about finding your fourth finger on your yellow tape on A and then just playing that homey 2. Okay, so that's our rhythm. Now, that's our pitches. Now let's talk about the rhythm. I'm going to slow it down. If I put my eighth notes on. Ta 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 ta. I'm going to count eighth notes, my subdivisions in there. So remember, a quarter note tied to an eighth note is the same as a dotted quarter note, okay? It's got 3 eighth notes inside of it, so you should hear 3 clicks on the metronome. Ta 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 da. Now if you notice at measure 22, the rhythm changes there. Now you have 2 eighth notes tied, okay? So you don't want to be late on that. You want to come off that when the rhythm changes, okay? So a little bit of trickiness there where you've got to find your pattern and you've got to play this rhythm. Okay, now speed it up. Go back to our tempo where we were before. You're almost home free. You just have this one little thing to do over here at measure 29. Again, you're still in that extended pattern. I'm going to orient myself by putting my 3rd finger on the red tape, which is C. Right? And now I can find C sharp right after it. F sharp's going to be right behind my 3rd finger. Now I'm going to shift back and block these 2 strings. And I'll just play a double stop, and then go back up. Okay, and then you're basically home free. Measure 37 is again figuring out, you know, just those half steps, starting with your 3rd finger on red. Shift back. And then you got to shift up again. And you're going back here, back to our riff. Okay, so take a look at this carefully. It's a little tricky, but I think it's really interesting to sort of be thinking across the strings by way of half step. Okay, guys? Yeah, let me play that 37 for you again, just see if I can get that. Alright guys, have fun with this one. I surely did. Alright, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you in the next video.